Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of New to Weeaboo. This is number 165 for February 4th, 2026, and I am Nemesis. I'm joined by Alcatraz.
Hello.
So yeah, 1 week off instead of two because, getting things back to normal.
On track.
It's February, at least for you listeners. Yeah, February, second month of 2026 already.
Yep. Yep.
In anime news, one of the things was Science Saru finally posted a trailer for their new Ghost in the Shell anime coming out in the summer.
Actually, it looks pretty good.
Yeah, Science Saru is going to look good.
Yeah. It's one of those, it's Ghost in the Shell, it's a really big name, and they've kind of done bad things with the franchise before, and it's one of those I'm actually optimistic.
Ghost in the Shell 2045 was that Netflix one that was kind of bad.
Yeah, there was some not great.
And of course, the live action movie.
ScarJo.
The notable Asian actress.
Yes, ScarJo.
Well, that was the other thing. I just saw there's a model, the Plamax model kit for the Major. That just announced.
Yeah. It's one of those like, oh, more Ghost in the Shell. Are they gonna destroy it worse? But actually, this looks pretty good. So I'm cautiously optimistic about this one.
Yeah, the other thing was within hours of us recording last week, they announced, like I actually somewhat predicted, the Zombieland Saga Yubi Ginga Paradise Blu-ray in Japan will be releasing in May.
Hey,
I said April or May, and I was pretty much right on the money.
Yeah, you got that one.
But yeah, I think I also said late, like August or something for the U.S. That's probably honestly a little optimistic. I would like it, but probably closer like to October in the U.S.
Yeah,
we'll see. But
we'll see.
Regardless, it's coming to Blu-ray in Japan in May. There's a way to watch it, I guess, if you're willing to import it, and if you can understand Japanese or have someone add subtitles for you or whatever. Regardless, that's not the stuff we're here to talk about. We are here to talk about some of the new anime for winter 2026. Yeah, once again, as usual, 4 anime, first 3 episodes. And randomly chosen. Well, 3 of them randomly chosen, 1 of them intentionally chosen.
Yep. We have to at least get something we were hoping for. Right?
Something we at least hopefully will like.
Yes.
That's always the thing. Is like, again.
We don't want to have complete suffering.
Particularly, and here's the weird thing. I was noticed like at least like something like 3/4 of the new anime this season were all isekai. Somehow we dodged all of them.
We dodged them all. RNGesus was on our side.
Granted, we didn't avoid the fantasy stuff entirely.
We didn't, but
in fact, yeah,
I think all of it kind of in a
4
way hits
3 of the 4 to take place in a pseudo medieval fantasy world.
Yeah,
or basically D&D, but not.
Yep.
Regardless, okay. So the first one we picked was Eris no Seihai, or the Holy Grail of Eris. Which, it's about a girl named Constance Grail. And the opening scene was, she's a child and she's with her friend, and hey, look, there's a whole bunch of people. So what's this about? Oh, it's a public execution.
Yeah.
In fact, particularly, there's a public execution of a noble woman named Scarlet Castile, who they kind of, because Constance wandering around, she winds up in, I guess, the zone, the splash zone, so to speak.
Yeah.
And they make eye contact, and then from there, Scarlet's beheaded. Constance is traumatized, and then we fast forward 10 years to her teenage years, where she's now betrothed to the prince, Neil Bronson. But the thing is, Prince Desire has kind of been going off and diddling with Pamela Francis, another noble woman.
Who's apparently known for
diddling.
Exactly, yes.
I love that word.
Diddling.
It's
diddling.
Dalliances. Regardless, she also, in the process of going to this little, I guess, this little party, this noble party, she also meets this strange woman who, kind of like, invites her in, and then she comes in, and apparently that was a big deal, as we'll find out. But the thing is, she eventually, there's another noble woman who, her hairpin's loose, so she, I was like, I'll hold on to it for you while you get your stuff sorted. And then suddenly, Constance finding herself accused of stealing the hairpin.
Yep.
In front of everyone. No, everything's going to crap. And then, Constance gets possessed by Scarlet Castile, the ghost of Scarlet Castile, who then comes in and, verbally whoops everyone's butts.
Yes.
Then on top of that, calls off the engagement to the prince and everything, because, why would you maintain that after all this came to light?
Yes. Also, throwing back into his face the Diddling.
Yeah, the diddling, exactly. So after that, well, there's the thing where then Constance realizes, she can see this ghost of Scarlet.
Yep.
And basically Scarlet here plays in exchange because Scarlet helped her out. Because that was the thing, basically Constance was saying, someone please help me.
Yep.
In exchange, Constance now has to help Scarlet get revenge on the people who killed her.
Yep.
Because she was apparently wrongfully accused. Well, at least that's the implication anyway. So that's pretty much that's the setup. They're going around as a kind of a duo, a person and a ghost, going around and kind of trying to find clues and everything for what happened, who did this to Scarlet, and so they can plot their. I guess Scarlet can get her revenge, including on people like Lily Orlamund, who she also just recently apparently killed herself, which is unusual because Scarlet says because Lily would not do that. She has had a strong self-preservation instinct. She would not do that unless she had a very good reason.
Yep.
Yeah, that's basically the whole thing. On top of that, gets the attention of Randolph Ulster, who's then by the end of the third episode, now Constance is engaged to.
But only for a convenience thing.
For the convenience of everything.
Yes.
It's all right.
Even Randolph is knowing that they're going to end it, supposedly.
Yeah. And also there's the whole thing of Scarlet is actually descended from some queen from some mythical country.
Yeah.
Cornelia.
Yeah, there's a whole the empire,
yeah,
and vassal states and royal blood lineages and who deserves to be on the throne. It unravels into this. It's opening up into this whole larger mystery of schemes, being schemes upon schemes and secret societies. That's another one. As it starts to hint at the secret society with these tattoos going on and
the slave trade and everything.
Yeah, and the slave trade and. A particular phrase being used.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a shibboleth kind of a thing.
Yeah. I didn't know what to expect going into this, but honestly, I kind of am enjoying it.
Yeah, yeah. It seems fun. It really does. It seems like it could be interesting. It's got some of its standard tropey contrivances here and there, but nothing major. It does seem pretty fun.
Yeah, I was actually surprised. I was seeing it, I kind of was I was a little disappointed when I saw, it's hetero, boo. It's I remember the engagement to Randolph, I was oh, dang it. Because that's the weird thing, I don't know, maybe just me just, once again, shipping goggles on a little too tight, but I'm looking at the way Scarlet acts around Constance sometimes,
Yeah. Yeah.
And I just kept making a joke, would you smooch a ghost?
Would you smooch a ghost?
Heck yeah. Yeah, so actually, I'm kind of enjoying it. I'm actually kind of intrigued to see where it actually, the whole story goes, and if that's one thing, is Scarlet and completely on the up and up, right?
Mm-hmm.
The only thing that kind of takes me between pauses, unfortunately, as I'm looking, and the light novel and manga it's based on are still releasing.
Ooh, and
which
that
means
can always
it's not finished.
Yeah, that means you can get weird cliffhangers and stuff in the anime.
Here's the final episode. Oh,
it just stops.
Or it's a stupid cliffhanger. You're like, oh my god.
Yep.
Well, how do I get more? Read the manga.
Read the manga.
Or read the light novel.
Yeah.
I was kind of surprised. Generally, it's pretty fun. Constance, of course, the whole thing is she's in over her head. She's a terrible liar and everything.
She has very low self-esteem and doesn't know how to handle herself when things start going bad.
Yeah, and then Scarlet has to constantly possess her to kind of get out of some situations.
I'm a little curious if we as the audience see the eyes change.
Yep.
I'm curious if the other people can see the eyes change.
They do. They're not really saying anything.
Yeah, they haven't mentioned it, but I've seen times where they just haven't mentioned it, and then someone offhand mentions it, and why didn't anyone say that before? I've seen stuff like that.
I mean, there's stuff where definitely, when Scarlet's possessing Constance, she'll say something which makes, man, you sound just like Scarlet.
Mm-hmm. I wonder
Lady
why.
Castile. Huh.
And her voice changes completely too.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Regardless, I'm actually kind of pleasantly surprised by it.
Mm-hmm. It makes me curious to see what's going to go on. It seems, especially I like world building, and there's a potential it could get bigger from there. But it kind of hits all of it. There seems to be an interesting story too. I'd like to see where it goes.
Yeah. So this anime was done by Ashi Productions. Their first anime was in 1977.
They've been around for a while.
Yeah, because there's some of the notable things they've done. Minky Momo, one of the first magical girl anime ever.
Wow.
Well, noted one too. There's a very particular story about that one that's very notable. But basically, they actually killed off the main character.
That's unusual.
Yeah, there's a whole story about it. It's very interesting, but I don't want to get into it here. They did the Sailor Moon S and Supers movies.
Ah.
You're Under Arrest,
which just got an HD release.
Beast Wars Second and Neo. Just had to throw that one. It's like, oh, hey, look, Transformers. And Death Note.
No one's watched that one.
No one cares about that. You mean you haven't seen Death Note?
You haven't seen Death Note?
But yeah, so those are some of the notable things they've done. They also did a lot of mecha anime, I've noticed.
Interesting.
Mecha in general, so yeah. But yeah, Scarlet Castile is played by Sayumi Suzushiro, who played Akira Ono in High School Girl, Lawine and Frieren, and Yujika Ichiji in Bocchi the Rock. Constance Grail is played by Kana Ichinose, who played Ichigo in Darling in the Franxx. Emoto in Akudama Drive. Remember the kids? The girl. The little girl in that. That's Emoto. Sleda Mercury in Witch for Mercury.
We've seen this character.
So, yeah. Fern and Frieren.
We've seen. Yep.
And Satsuki Koto and Watanabe.
Yep.
And Randolph Ulster is played by Yohei Azakami, who played Ayumu Tanaka and When Will Ayumu Make His Move. Gul Jeturk in Witch from Mercury. Lewis Smith in Brave Bang Bravern. Gyro Zeppeli in JoJo Steel Ball Run. And Xylo Forbarts in Sentenced to Be a Hero.
Never heard that one before.
Never heard of it. Anyway. So yeah, those are some of the I guess the currently biggest characters. So yeah.
Yeah.
So we're gonna move on to the other one, next one we picked out, which was Ikokodiki, which is also known as Journal with Witch.
This one's different.
This is a very different one from everything else. This is about a novelist named Makio Kodai, who takes in her niece after her basically after her niece's parents die, which is Makio's sister and her brother-in-law. They die, and she takes her in, and they take her niece Asa Takumi in, and that's kind of it in the sense that like Asa's a teenage girl. Makio doesn't really gel with people outside a very select handful, and it's them pretty much kind of learning to live together, and on top of that, processing the death of the Asa's parents.
Yep.
In their ways, because that's one thing we discover very quickly. Makio didn't really like her sister, so there's a whole thing there.
Despised was the word that they chose.
Yeah, doesn't really like her. But now that's pretty much what it's about. Kind of like so far, it's been pretty much about grief and connecting to other people that you may not really be super connected to.
Mm-hmm.
And I am really liking it.
Yeah.
Did not know what to expect from this until I actually watched it. And it's like, oh, this has got some things going on.
Yeah, this is heavy. Like, not like dark kind of heavy, not like, seeing something, but it deals with real life heavy topics, and it does it in a I guess a slightly different perspective than I've seen in other places, because one of the big ones is it seems both the main characters here are introverts and rather closed off people to begin with.
Yeah.
So it's really their take on all of it and seeing it from their world. And I don't really want to use refreshing because of how heavy and of a topic it is, but it is very interesting to see, and I do really like the way they're doing it. It's working.
Because you got stuff like Makio is like very much a kind of a messy person, very withdrawn, doesn't really care about her environment that much, and like also kind of eats out a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Versus Asa is a very clean person who also likes to cook and everything. It's like,
perfect.
The teenager has to take care of the adult.
Yep.
Yeah. There's also the other thing which I noticed, which is there's something about LGBT themes, and it's like, oh. And also, because I noticed Asa there seems to kind of really hold her best friend there really in high regard.
Nana.
And then Makio has that thing with
Makio and Nana.
Makio and Nana, and then
Makio and Nana.
Asa has her friend who she had a bit of a thing with, because that was the thing with that big one was Asa's parents' death got more or less got hit went in the rumor mill at school. And she was pretty upset about that because she was this close to graduating, and she just wanted to make it to graduation, just be normal, be treated normally, and then it got everywhere, and yeah, she was pretty upset.
Yep, that was a big one.
And then, of course, yeah, the adults tell her that she needs to calm down. It's like, oh, yeah, tell the girl whose parents just died to calm down. And on top of that, everyone's making a big deal out of it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. That was the first time we really see Asa have a large emotional reaction, too, because it was a conversation that she hadn't even cried over the death of her parents yet. She's numb.
Yeah.
That's basically what it is. She's still in that phase, but they have a really good, deep conversation about that, Makio and Asa.
Yeah, Makio telling you you're allowed to cry when you want to.
Yeah. Yeah. You're not weird or bad for feeling numb at the moment and whatnot. It really is just about dealing with grief in your own way.
Yeah. That's a big chunk of it. But yeah, I also know, thankfully, that the manga is based on its finish, so hey. That's something. But yeah, it's also on top of that, it's got a very different art style than you usually see in a lot of manga. It's the way it's drawn is very different.
Yeah.
In a lot of anime.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's very quiet. And also, it's very quiet and subdued compared to everything else we've been watching for this thing.
Especially
it's a very different thing.
There's no big explosions or fight scenes or large action and movement and fast-paced stuff.
Yeah,
it takes its time and does what it needs to.
And one of the things that we got to journal switch is one of the things is Makio encourages Asa to just have a journal. And it's like, it doesn't matter if you don't write anything. If you don't want to write anything, you just doodle, write. If you want, just don't force yourself, just write whenever.
Oh, yeah. And then how Makio is when it comes to privacy.
Mm-hmm.
She very much does not want to invade Asa's privacy and wants to give her space and her stuff, to the point where Asa just left her journal out and Makio was, not wanting to see it and apologized for seeing it and like, don't don't just leave it out, even though Asa was like, it's not that big a deal.
Yeah.
It's definitely a opposite of what you usually see in a child guardian.
Yep.
That kind of thing.
One thing also like is the episodes are called pages.
Pages.
Yeah.
Yep.
So page 1, page 2, page 3. It's like, oh.
Yep.
Yeah, it's very good, and I want to see how this goes out.
I'm worried that it's not gonna get picked up by a lot of people.
Yeah.
That it's gonna fly under the radar, and I think it deserves
the hidden gem of the season.
Yeah, I think at least this far, 3 episodes in, it deserves to get views.
Yeah. Yeah, this was done by Shuka, which their first anime is done in 2015, so they're fairly new. They've done Durarara X2, the Natsume Yujuncho, which 5th season forward. They didn't do the first 4 seasons of that, and then Yuzuki Family's 4 Sons. I remember vaguely hearing about that one season when I was looking through the setting up for one of these. But yeah, Makio is played by Miyuki Sawashiro, who's played Shunko in Rosen Maiden, Hagino Senkoji in Blue Drop, Tsuruga Kanbaru in Bakemonogatari, Kelty Sturluson in Durarara, Yomi Takanashi / Deadmaster in Black Rock Shooter.
Hey.
She's been in a lot of things. This is like scraping the surface of the things she's been in. She's been in a lot. If you look at her credits. Versus Asa is played by Fukumori, who's, most notable is Yuka Adachi in Shinka Lion, Change the World, and mostly a handful of pretty much everything else is minor roles, including mostly in Bang Dream Alpha Musica. She hasn't done a lot. So, yeah, very, very big disparity there.
Yep. Sometimes that's cool to see, though.
Yeah, so regardless, I'm really looking forward to more of that. Yeah, we'll go ahead and move on, though, to the third anime. Yep. Yusha Kei ni Shoshu Chobatsu Yusha 9004 Tai Kaimu Kiroko, which is, probably better known as Sentenced to be a Hero.
Wait, I thought I said I never saw that.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, it's that one we mentioned.
So, this is an anime about a world where heroes are actually convicted criminals.
Yep.
I know that doesn't sound weird. That sounds weird, but yeah, the whole idea is basically heroing is a dangerous job, so they just basically throw people who are convicted into really serious crimes into more or less doing this horrible, dangerous job, and if you don't do it, they blow your head off.
And then they revive you and make you do it again.
Yeah, and the thing is, of course, that's the thing is, in this world, as you find out, reviving kind of carries with it problems with little side effects, including memory loss and eventually loss of self. Entirely until eventually, as we discover, there's one character who's pretty much just a drooling, just attack monster. He's been revived so many times that all he does is just follow orders. And other than that, does nothing. Just vacant stare.
And a bit of drool.
Yep, which is disturbing.
Kind of reminds me of that one of those band members from Gorillaz, which I can't remember their name. But visually, it kind of looks like that.
Yeah, so the main character is Xylo Forbarts, who opens up with him basically just, being Mr. Cool Guy, hero guy.
Yep, he's a cool hero guy.
He's fighting something called the Demon Blight, which basically infects things, including takes turns into giant monsters and whatnot. That's kind of a bad thing. And Demon Blight comes from demons. Hey, what a shock! Yeah,
I never would have guessed.
So the heroes here are fighting them, and he's kind of partnered with a Dota, who's a Dota, who's a thief, and who just decided to steal a coffin of all things.
Coffin
from the Holy Knights.
Yeah, the Holy Knights.
Almost gets the two of them all in big trouble, but then the coffin turns out to have a girl in it who turns out to be a goddess, Teorita.
Apparently goddesses are manufactured.
Yeah, goddesses are manufactured, and basically the big thing is they're their big weapon against demons.
Yep.
And apparently, though, Xylo hates goddesses. Well, actually, he doesn't really hate them. Turns out there's a whole thing. Actually, he's got trauma involving goddesses.
Yep.
Because, of course.
He has trauma.
Regardless, he winds up going and fighting the big demon thing along with a bunch of Holy Knights who one of their commander, Kivia, does not like him because, he's a hero, which means he's a convicted criminal. It's a weird thing. The Holy Knights do not like the convicted criminals.
Yes, but also Kivia knows him.
Yeah.
And at least knows his crime.
Yeah, he knows his crime. That's one other thing. Once he knows his name, anyway.
Yeah, wait, that's him? Then really hates him.
Anyway, the goddess is telling him to make a pact with her and everything, and he's like, no, until eventually he has to, and they destroy the demon after a lot of fighting. Cool guy
big
stuff.
Fight and
kind of cool guy stuff, and that's the thing is the first episode is a whole movie.
Yeah, it's an hour-long first episode.
Almost feature-length movie in its own right. At the end of that episode, they also reveal Xylo's crime, which is apparently he was accused of killing the previous goddess who was bonded to him.
Yep, apparently he used to be a Holy Knight.
Yep. And the thing was, he's adamant he was set up. It seems like, because according to him, his goddess got infected with demon blight, and she asked him to kill her because they both knew it would be a really bad thing if a goddess was controlled by a demon.
Yep.
And it turns out, he's on trial because he was told he was going to get backup. He never got the backup because he was told that he was being on trial for basically dereliction of duty for more or less, not following orders.
Yep, dereliction of
and
duty
killing the goddess because they're also adamant goddesses cannot be infected by demon blight.
Yep, it's impossible. You're lying.
You must be lying
because
you're trying
those
to
orders. Yeah, those orders don't exist. You're lying about that too.
Yep, he was set up.
So very obviously.
One of the things we see is one of his things he vows he's going to kill these people.
Yep.
And the rest of it is him doing going to the mines, that one town to fight more demon blight, except they're miners infected by demon blight, and that's where we meet up with some other heroes, including Zendridge and the vacant one, who just drools a lot, and there's also the Venetim, who kind of is handler, but also is a coward who makes sure to stay far away from the fighting.
Yep. Never actually enter the mines.
Yep. He's also it's like him and Xylo can have a very antagonistic relationship with him.
Yes. Good for information, though.
Yeah. Regardless, we also see more or less he has to, he's fighting with Teorita, and Teorita is very much a weird character. She's like,
she's
praise me.
Yep.
I did, you need me. Also praise me.
Yep. Constantly asking for praise and head pats and whatnot.
Yeah.
And we don't know if that's just her or if that's what
a goddess
all
thing.
Of goddesses are like. We don't know. This is the only goddess that we actually see do things. We only see glimpses of
the previous goddess in flashbacks.
Xylo's last goddess, yeah.
Again, this is supposed to be the anime that's supposed to be. It's like you can see this is the big one they're pushing this season.
Yep, the big action-packed one.
The big, the one that has a lot of money being thrown behind it. I was actually pleasantly surprised. I was not
It
really.
wasn't
I
bad.
did not have high hopes for this.
I had low expectations. I thought it was gonna.
I was gonna be something like what was it? Solo leveling, some garbage like that.
Yeah, I thought it was gonna be something like that too. But
And
honestly, it's not bad.
I'm
It's not
pleasantly
bad.
surprised so far. There's a lot more depth than I was expecting.
Yeah. I mean, it's probably gonna be somewhat predictable, but
I was expecting.
that's not always a
I was
bad
kind of
thing.
expecting edgy nonsense.
Yeah, and it's got a expected amount of that.
I mean, I was just oh come on, like kind of just edgy nonsense and just
Yeah.
dumb power level. Yeah, again, just
Oh yeah, that
oh
kind
look
of
how
stuff.
strong I can be and stuff like But yeah, it's got cool moments and everything. There's some stuff like they got the weird like that energy magic stuff, which that's basically gives them like mortars and whatnot. But yeah, actual artillery, even though it's a kind of fantasy world.
Yeah.
But it's surprisingly interesting. Yeah, Xylo himself is kind of a, he's all, is the gruff, everyone's, tries to keep everyone away from him, but also you can see the occasional softer side because, of course,
Because he's actually the good guy.
he's actually a good person.
Forced
He's just,
into the
good
the
person
bad guy
who's just
role.
kind of thrown into, just kind of got, betrayed.
Yeah, so that sort of anti-hero kind of a take.
Terita is, of course, the girl designed to make you go, oh man, I need to protect her at all costs.
Yeah, she's the childish little girl that yeah.
Yeah, and then there's like Kivia's like, I don't know what her deal is right now at this point, but
Yeah,
definitely
but
she's kind of
it's like-
softened up a little bit as of the third episode.
Yeah, and it's one of those like I would not be surprised if oh look, it's the love interest for Xylo.
No, I also wasn't surprised if she winds up getting killed or something because in a shocking twist.
Yeah, it could do that too, except that they would have to start establishing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be the common one. They start establishing a love interest and then kill her to
Yeah.
make it hit her even harder.
Or yeah, she finally, she's the one who once she discovers the truth about what happened to Xylo and then dies.
Yeah,
Someone who
that
could finally
too.
back up Xylo's word and help him. Nope, dies.
Yep, and then dies too early. I'm actually kind of interested in what they're gonna do with Dota
Right.
because there's not a whole lot yet.
And then other than he's a coward and a thief.
Coward and a sort not just a thief, but like seemed to be klepto.
Yeah.
Steals not.
Why'd you
because
steal
it's-
that? Oh.
Exactly. It's like it's one thing to be a thief and you steal things that are valuable for your own,
Why'd you steal a
self-gain.
coffin?
But he seems to steal just because it's available to steal. So klepto.
Yeah.
And then the king. The king.
Yeah. Also, it's
What's gonna go on with that?
yeah. It's also, of course, yeah. It's also not surprising considering how much money's being thrown at it. Pretty good looking.
Yes, the animation is
Granted,
good. It's pretty
mostly in the first episode. I noticed there's a bit of a step down by second and third episode.
good. Oh yeah, yeah. They kind of front loaded a lot of that for that
And
first
that's surprising
episode.
because they really want you to be, invested in it.
Also, looking at the studio kind of makes sense.
Yeah, a little bit. 'Cause, yeah, this was done by Studio Kai.
Never heard of them before.
2012 was their first anime, actually.
Oh.
Yep. But yeah, they've done Super Cub.
Yeah.
They did Uma Musume Pretty Derby season 2 and 3 because I was
Yeah.
kind of wrong last time we talked about this sort of thing. It wasn't one studio doing the first two seasons. It
Yeah.
was one studio doing the second and third season. I was not aware of that. I was misled. They also did Shinkido and Yurei Sen for MVs for Hosho Marine. Yeah, a couple music videos for Hosho Marine, including the duet with Gura. Yeah, it's again like Marine just throwing around her money, just throwing around the money she gets
likes to
from
do.
VTubing to go to the extra mile for her MVs. But yeah. So Xylo Forbarts is played by Yohei Yazakami, who played Yuma Tanaka on When Will Yuma Make His Move, Gil, Jet Curtin, Witch from Mercury, Lewis Smith from Brave Bang Bang from Gyro Zeppelin, Jojo Sealball Run, and Randolph Ulster and the Holy Grail of Eris.
It's almost like we just listed all of these.
Weird.
Weird. Yes.
Terita is played by Mayu Izuka, who's mostly played in small parts, but I put Irie and Enoa and Lulu in Q and Krena in Hell mode, which is another anime that's airing right now. Another one that's kind of got a bit of the money behind it. Patosh Kivia is played by Shizuka Ishigami, who's mostly smaller roles, but played Ayame Kajo in Shimo Momenta, Ayaki Uehara in How Heavy Are the Dumbbells You Lift, and Stella Vermilion in Chivalry of a Failed Knight. Also knows several ecchi animes. Like,
Yeah, apparently Arknights.
yeah. Dota Lozeless is played by Shun Hori, who played Hacker in Akudama Drive.
Hacker.
Yeah. Remember him?
Yeah, I remember Hacker.
The main character, Kazuya Kinoshita, in Rent a Girlfriend. That trash fire. Leo Constantine Pinochle in High Card. Remember that?
High Card.
Yeah. Kyotaru Ichikawa in The Dangers of In My Heart. The recent, fairly successful rom-com thing.
Yeah.
Venetim Leopold, played by Shunichi Toki. Remember Hui Koitol in Midnight Occult Civil Servants. Remember that?
Oh, jeez, Midnight Occult. Yeah.
The weird god they found.
That was a weird one, yeah.
Koki Eto in Tsuki Pro the animation. Doki in Shy. And Rui Kamishiro in Project Sakai.
Yeah, if I remember correctly, he's kind of weird.
Just thought, look, you probably appreciate the Project Sakai mention.
Reference, yeah, but I think Rui's kind of weird.
Yeah, again, I wasn't expecting much, but I kind of want to keep watching it.
Yeah, it looks like it could be a fun time.
Yeah.
It could also turn into a trash fire real quickly, but, you know.
Hopefully it doesn't.
Hopefully it doesn't.
Yeah. So, yeah, one more anime to wrap it all out.
I want to hear you read this one off.
The one I chose.
Good luck.
Omae gotoki ga mao ni kataru to oma na to yusha party wo tsuiho sarata node oto de kimama ni kurashitai.
Probably butchered that, but not too bad.
No, I did not. If there's any butchering, it's very minute. And the orc known as Roll Over and Die, I will fight for an ordinary life with my love and cursed sword. Or just we're just calling it Roll Over and Die.
Yeah.
Because, we don't need all that title. Freaking light novels.
Japanese light novels.
Anyway. This is once again another fantasy world where it opens up with, a member of the hero party, so the hero party, the typical thing.
Yep.
The hero party. The Flume Apricot is part of the hero party. She was chosen, apparently, despite the fact she has no redeeming qualities, at least as far as she knows, because she has no levels whatsoever. She has no skills, and in fact, her big thing is reversal, whatever the heck that is.
What the heck that is? She doesn't even know.
Regardless, she seems to be completely useless other than more or less just kind of, just kind of hanging back and cooking for them and just being kind of an errand girl, and yeah. Eventually, though, unfortunately, we discover, as we see through her backstory, she was one of the party members, sold her into slavery, to a slaver.
Yep.
Because she was useless. And apparently, actually, the real reason was because...
he wants to get into some other party members' pants.
Yeah, pretty much that.
That's really
apparently she was in the way, because, oh dear.
Because it was like her real closest friend in the party.
Yeah, someone who actually really connected to.
Yeah.
Because, they're like pretty close, similar in age and everything, so yeah, okay. So yeah, so she's stuck in this prison cell, and then there's the slaver is a big fat jerk, and he's like, okay, you guys all basically wasted my money, so you should give me something. You guys got to thrive. I'm going to release some monsters in there, and anyway, I'll give you a fighting chance with the sword. Aha, just kidding. The sword is cursed and will kill you.
Yep.
But she picks it up, and it doesn't kill her. In fact, it heals her wounds, and then she kills the monsters and kills the slaver.
Yep.
Of course, not until most of the other members and other people in the cell die, except for one other who's Milkit, who was only known slavery.
Yep.
Anyway, the two of them leave, and that's the kind of thing. They kind of leave and kind of wind up going on to become adventurers. And unfortunately, as adventurers, they're tricked into doing something way too high level for them.
Tricked you.
Yeah, because the local bigwig hero guy is all like, I don't want these people around.
Everyone's a jerk.
Everyone's a jerk, partially because they'll have both slave markings.
Yep.
So who cares? They're basically
subhuman.
They're subhuman essentially. Anyway, they're sent to their deaths, but they managed to come away from it anyway. Even though the werewolf they're supposed to kill turns out to not really be a werewolf. Something's not right because it's bigger than the other werewolves and absorbs them. And also, she split it in two, and it just kind of came back with a whole bunch of arms and
yeah.
That's not normal.
And weird purple spinny magic.
Yeah, that too. And also twisted her arm off and then she cut it off because it was starting to go up her arm. Yeah.
Yeah, it was like an infection.
It turns out her reverses curses and everything. So this cursed sword becomes a big boon to her. Basically all those stat effects are reversed.
Yep, because it was like a big negative 900 something skill effect that it has. But because reversal is now a positive 900 something.
So yeah, she winds up doing that and becomes a full-fledged adventurer anyway because, she succeeded.
She succeeded, yep.
She brought the what was the wolf's tooth back?
It was. You're supposed to bring back a werewolf fang.
Yeah, she brought the thing back, and then she was able to get some nice clothes for her and Milkit, who Milkit's very much in the cast of the whole thing. I'm just a slave. You just, just whatever.
Yeah,
I'm useless. Just, get rid of me.
I'm just going to get in the way. But
And,
apparently she's also, like, mangled from a poison thing.
Yeah, some poison thing.
It's like, oh, it's incurable. And it's like, no, it's not.
Yeah, she was told. And also, she was also told by her previous owner that...
oh, yeah, that's the other one.
It was, it's infectious. Stay away from people. And, Flume's like, no, it's not.
Yeah, and Flume's like, no, it's not. But the other big one is apparently the church.
Oh, yeah.
The church is a whole thing, and there's, like, healers and whatnot, and... Now they're they use the church's magic to do healing, and the old style of healing with herbs and those things has now been banned. Outright. And that was the Flume's like, this thing can be cured with the herb things. I know a girl who could help you.
Yeah, so like on top of that, you very much a very clear indication that the church is pretty corrupt.
Yep. Also, the implications there might be side deals with the demons because we saw was it either flashback or a side shot to the old party? The demons were talking to themselves about how they're not allowed to kill humans.
Yep.
Yeah.
They're not supposed to be killing humans, which could also indicate, because that's the thing, they're in this fight with the demons. And so there's an indication that maybe the demons aren't really the bad guys here. If, they were told not to kill the humans, like maybe, say if you're trying to do a diplomacy thing, why would you be killing humans? If you're trying to say, hey, could we stop fighting, please?
Yeah.
So that's the other thing there. Regardless, by the end of the third episode, Flume and Milkit, along with a nun.
Yep.
Sort of.
A very young, very outgoing, boisterous, happy-go-lucky.
Yeah, they're going to go help a person who needs medicine, but of course the church the healing magic can't help her. Only this illegal herbal thing can help her.
Yep, because they meet what's-his-face there. Like, hey, can you help me in secret?
Yeah, so they're wind up, because that was after also Flume and the nun person also stopped some of the corrupt adventurers. That was Sarah and Villain. And
apparently, Sarah is aware of the herbs and is not against them.
Yeah, she's mostly like, because her whole thing, because she has a very progressive interpretation of the religious doctrine, which is, well, I'm supposed to help people, and if I have to go get herbs to help someone who's sick, then so be it.
Yep.
In fact, she was actually trained by one of the members of Flume's hero party.
Oh, yeah.
I believe Maria. Yeah, and that ended with them kind of meeting some weird troll orc monster thing with except it's no face. It's just got a spiral for a face, and they wind up jumping in a hole. That's how the third episode ends.
Yeah,
jumping in a hole.
They jump in a hole. It's in the hole.
Yeah, it's in the hole.
It's in the hole. Yeah, but there's also the weirdness, like, why is the troll speaking your name?
Mm-hmm. It's like, you will pay for your sins or whatever.
Yes. So apparently there's some really big bad thing going on that's...
Yeah, and they know Flume because Flume defeated one of the monsters.
Yeah.
The other thing, we also occasionally cut back to the hero party, and there's a lot of them is like, that's falling apart. And it's like, a lot of them are like, man, why did she leave? It's so sucks, because then the realization, oh, they don't know.
They don't know what happened, except one of them does.
Two of them do, actually. One of them does. Yeah. But yeah, it's like, oh, why would she just, I can't believe she just leave. I was like, it's like, and he's like, well, that one guy's like, oh, we're better off without her.
Because she was only holding us back, and she was
I don't know, it doesn't seem like it.
Slowing us down, and then getting mad at everyone else because they can't cook as good as she did. Where have I seen that before?
Yeah, it is. This is the revenge fantasy anime.
Yeah,
but with a Yuri twist. That's why I wanted to have this.
Yeah, because of the Yuri twist. Because
I have read the manga for this, mind you. I've read some of the manga for this, so I'm kind of familiar with it. I know where things go. I know some of it goes because it's still ongoing at this point, both the light novel and the manga. But yeah, I know it's a weird thing because I have trashed this kind of thing before.
Yeah,
because it's redo of Healer.
We
infamous.
Redo of Healer, but there was also that one that we caught in one of the earlier sampler platters. It was the same kicked out of the party.
Yep. And we just kind of found it just kind of
because that one looked like it was going harem very quickly.
Well, that was the thing. It wasn't. It seemed like it wasn't.
Actually,
it wasn't, but the problem was it was just because it wasn't particularly interesting.
That too, yeah.
It just kind of turned out to be just not particularly interesting. This one at least has some interesting elements to it.
Yes.
At least, hey, look, here's this mystery. Like, what does this monster know the main character's name?
Yep. we have that side mystery going on, and
That's
potentially
the scan. It wasn't the saying. It was the scan because she had the scan ability now. She was like, "Oh my god, I can scan things now. I never could do that before." It's like the scan brought up her name, like in the stats, which doesn't make sense.
Yeah,
the stats should just be stats. Why does it say her name and like she paid for her sins in the stats of this monster?
Yep. Yeah, and the interesting the way the scan. I mean, it's not that interesting because it's kind of standard for the trope of this RPG type anime thing where everything is game mechanics.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, with the glitchy scan too, it's like there's something going on.
Someone is breaking something.
Yeah, it's like someone's messing with the game code.
Yep.
There's a virus.
Yeah. You could argue because that's the one unfortunate thing is like, yeah, Flume is now apparently Milkit's owner because Milkit refuses to not have an owner because that's all shit. It's one of those things. It's like, I want you to, we're free now. Let's go. I cannot leave because I do not have an owner. Will you be my owner?
Yeah, sure,
yeah,
fine,
sure,
let's go.
whatever. And it's pretty clear Flume's just kind of like trying to, get Milkit to a point of like, hey, like maybe you could,
You don't, yeah, you can be your own person.
You could be your own person. You don't have to be a slave.
Yes.
But yeah. There's a whole thing there. I'm enjoying it, but also know that it's kind of in a weird place of like, it's pretty much like for a lot of people, it's the only saving grace is it's Yuri.
Mm-hmm.
But just because of what kind of anime it is.
Yep.
I feel like it at least I feel it's one of those things like I swear Yuri writers can come into a genre that kind of is crap and then mostly known for being trash and then actually do something good with it.
Yep.
It's like, it really is true. All you need to do is add lesbians.
Lesbians fix everything.
It works. It just works. Yeah, I genuinely like it though.
Yeah, it's not too bad. I'm mostly enjoying it.
Yes. I do know it will get kind of darker at times. I know for a fact it does get pretty dark. I'll say that right now.
There's not very many lights in that hole.
It starts off pretty dark, but it's very much a dark anime, so be mindful of that, slavery and blood and gore and
at least they didn't tip the slaver.
Huh.
I think that wasn't that a Shield Hero thing?
Yeah. No, he actually paid for the main girl.
Yeah.
So this anime was done by ACGT. Their first anime is 2002. They did Duel Masters.
Duel Masters.
Yep. And they did some Initial D. Some Kino no Tabi. Very well-known little franchise in Japan.
Right.
And they also did a certain Scientific Accelerator. I thought, no one's perfect.
No one's perfect.
And that other one, Do You Love Your Mom and Her Two-Hit Multi-Target Attacks? I just remember that one because it's basically, hey, yeah, isekai, but except your mom's there. Oh, by the way, there's also creepy incestuous vibes. Don't worry about that.
Don't worry about that one.
Yeah, but Flume Apricot is played by Ayaka Nanase, who, has popped up before because it's Rika Isurugi in Black Fox, Miure Suzuki in Hibike Euphonium, Reiko in Super Cub, and Matsuri Makabe in City the Animation.
Yep.
Milkit is played by Miku Ito, who's played Nanko Usami in Local Doll. Yeah. I think it's supposed to be local idol mashed together, and it's really kind of makes one of those words that doesn't.
Yeah.
You gotta go local doll. Yeah. Yuriko Nanao in the Idol Master. Kokoro Tsurumaki in Bang Dream. Maple and Nekopara. I put that one in because
Nekopara.
And Mahiru Kozuki in Jellyfish Can't Swim in the Night. Yeah, the main character of that.
It's great. One of the characters is Miku Nanako. Miku plays Miku,
yeah.
But not that Miku.
Didn't write it down, but the nun, Sarah Anvil, is played by Machiko, who I know is the voice of Tokai Teo.
Teo.
Yeah, I know that for a fact.
Also in Project Sakai.
Yeah, also Project Sakai. Actually, Teo's one of her biggest, most notable roles, honestly. I'm looking.
Idol Master.
Yeah, she's done Tsubasa Ibuki in Idol Master, and yeah.
Yeah. Not a huge amount like some of the other ones.
Mostly just like the same handful of characters over and over and over and over and over again. Oh yeah, she was in that VTuber anime, the drunk VTuber. Yeah, the legendary VTuber.
The legendary, not that one though.
So that's pretty much it.
Yeah.
Overall,
We actually lucked out.
We struck gold. We didn't get any isekai, and we liked all 4 of them.
We missed all the isekai somehow, and we lucked out.
Yeah, we didn't get a single isekai. Yeah, sure, we got 3 fantasy anime, but they weren't isekai.
But they weren't isekai.
And also, they were actually pretty entertaining.
Yep. Some of them were a little tropey, but everything was above the bar, and everything was entertaining and good.
And we also got one very unique one that was very interesting.
Yep.
Yeah, not quite what I was, because there's one another one I was kind of hoping for would show up, which is that one where basically the 5-year-old can see ghosts, and she defeats them by literally just punching them. And she has to, and she has a teacher who's like, what?
What? I mean, I think anyone would just go, what? I punch ghosts.
Yeah.
That's nice.
But everyone else thinks she's scary, because of course she is.
You punch ghosts, that's scary.
She sees ghosts, so she's scary. This creepy weird kid.
People.
Yeah, she's a creepy weird kid. But yeah. Generally, it's solid. We had some solid stuff, and all 4 of them are worth, I think, checking out.
Yeah.
If you haven't already started. I guess that's it, though.
That's it. That's all we had to say.
Good, solid choices. But if you liked what you heard, you can listen to other episodes of New to Weeaboo at Libsyn.com, spelled Libsyn. If you want to subscribe to our RSS feed there and keep up to date as new episodes come out, you could also subscribe to us via Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube, and Amazon Podcasts. I don't know if we'll ever get to the new Netflix podcast thing, because that's a thing now. Netflix podcasts.
Honestly, I'm kind of surprised.
Yeah, it's weird.
Podcasts are no longer in their golden era, so get it. Netflix trying to get in on that is kind of odd.
A lot of podcasts are now video too.
Yeah, video casts.
Default to video the live stream. We don't do that.
Yeah.
They're very much the classic kind. But yeah, I don't know. We'll see if ever Libsyn ever introduces like, hey, look, you can direct your thing to Netflix now. We'll see. But for now, we're not.
the
Maybe in the future.
Fireside chat with New to Weeaboo.
All right. And you also if you want to contact us, you do so via email, newtoweeaboo@gmail.com. If you have questions or comments or anime recommendations or whatnot. And of course, you can follow us on our various social media. It's all listed at newtoweeaboo.libsyn.com/contact. And again, I haven't actually changed it yet, but we're not going to be using Twitter anymore. So, yep.
The
other 3, though, are still good.
Yep.
If you want to follow any of those and keep up to date on those, go for it. Oh, yeah, so that's it for this episode. So tune in next time. It'll be the Year of the Horse, and we're going to kick it off with Cinderella Grey Season 1, Part 2.
Yeah,
Year of the Horse.
Year of the Horse, nay.
Indeed. Wilbur.
Winnie.
Yep, so, it's February.
It's the month of love.
It's still, month of love, though. Well, it's, still cold out, particularly in certain parts of the country.
Yeah.
Keep yourself warm. Keep yourself safe, again.
Stay safe.
Don't let yourself get gaslit. Actually pay attention to what's in those files.
Yep. What is visible.
Holy crap.
My God.
Anyway, we'll see you next time.
We'll see you.
Goodbye.
Bye.